Hey guys, it's Heather the Crochet Witch. How are you guys doing today on this beautiful, more beautiful December 28th, which makes this Vlogmas Day 28. Sorry if you hear some noise out there. It's the pups. David is here taking care of them, but they are being a little feisty tonight. At least they're getting along better for the most part. Otis is trying to make Maverick play. And him and his social cues, he just doesn't catch on that well yet still, but he's getting better. But he's just too rough trying to make the puppy play. Like he's like a quarterback. He'll get in there and drop a shoulder and like try to force the puppy to play, or try to like basically wrestle him out of his way in hopes that that's going to make him want to play. And like the puppy's very much like me, where like if somebody does that to me, that doesn't make me want to play, that makes me want to stay away from them. And like Maverick's just like so they both definitely play in different ways. I have to say I definitely understand Maverick's way of playing more, because he's like, if he tries to get Otis to play, it's because he wants to like bounce around him and then like maybe bounce into him and bounce back, like, I don't know, kind of like a cat maybe is the best way to put it. Whereas Otis, like I said, just his method is like the linebacker method. And Maverick's just like, I don't want to play with you. So they just need to still learn to understand each other. But they're calming down, like for everybody who's kind of been following along with us trying to adjust and like not only adjust them to their surroundings, but adjust them to each other and everything. They're calming down a lot, and they're getting much better listening. I think the puppy has an easier time with it because, first of all, he's younger, so he just needs to learn it to begin with. And he's never had, I don't think he's ever had it super hard. Like the kennel may have left him in his kennel or whatever, you know, and left him with like his brothers and sisters, and that's where he was staying, was with his brothers and sisters. But he certainly wasn't like in the home of someone abusive or anything like that. He was born there in the kennel, and then we adopted him. So he's never known, thankfully, anything like harsh or bad. Otis, on the other hand, we're very sure has, like, I know I've said this before, but in case you're not up to speed, in case you're not up to speed with the saga of my pups, we're very sure Otis has had not a good life before the kennel or before us, whatever the story, because he was so new to the kennel, they didn't have a lot of information on him. It's like we kind of just found him as they were getting him, and he must have been just like past his keep time, and we got him. But he seems to have, like, I don't know how to put it, kind of like some PTSD, kind of like a puppy version. He has horrible like social cues that he's learning. I mean, he had horrible social cues. He's slowly learning, knows, and he's not so much learning himself that he shouldn't do things like linebacker the puppy, but he is learning when we say no, he's learning not to do it as often. And eventually that'll eventually stick, I'm sure, or, you know, like he'll at least learn like, oh, I really can't do that. Even if it doesn't click in his brain that he shouldn't, I think he'll at least learn not to do it. And it's a slow progress, but we're not going to give up on him, you know. He deserves to have a good life. He's a very, very sweet dog. He just definitely needs some like structure, I guess is a good way to put it, and like to know that we're not going to like beat him, because I think that's what he thinks, is like when we have to use like a stern voice, I think he thinks he's about to get beaten, which is not the case. Because he goes into like this submissive position, and I don't know, I feel bad because I think wherever he has been, he's not had it good. So that's a hurdle he's getting over. We're trying to get over it with him while keeping the puppy not the chew toy for... He has like an oral fixation with like, he needs to chew on things, and a lot of times it's the puppy. So we're trying really hard not to let the puppy have a bad, experience either. It's work, I'm not gonna lie, but it will be well worth it. Let me just say, because like the calmer times are getting more often and lasting longer, like already, even though it's been what, like 2.5 months, something like that. 2 months. And already like they're happening, which at the beginning I didn't think they would ever happen. I was worried. I was pretty worried. But yeah, I mean, we'll get by it. It'll be all good. Yeah, I'm pretty happy to say that. But anyway, yeah, they're already calmed out there. Like I don't hear them at all. So, and I have been talking at you for 6 minutes, but they've been calm for a good few minutes of that. So, I know I started out apologizing with if you hear them, but honestly, I talked through that and they're already like chill. So that's good. And like I said, that'll keep going, I think sometimes people expect miracles out of these poor dogs that have gone through so much, and you can't just necessarily bring them home into like a good home and expect them to just drop every bit of baggage that they've had, and I think Otis has some baggage, but we'll unpack it. It'll be okay. He's a very sweet boy. You've seen him. He's the one that bounces in the snow. He's very sweet. And like at sleep time, they both sleep. They don't fuss each other or anything like that. So that's really good. That's really good progress. In the beginning, we could only keep them in one room together too. Like now we've got it open so there's 2 rooms open at one time that they can run and play through. And like eventually we'll open up. There's really only, they're not coming in the yarn room. I don't think Otis is going to be a yarn room dog. And it's too small in here. Maybe like if I really clean out some of the space that I wanted to clean out, maybe if I fully clean the whole thing out, then Otis can come in here. Maybe. But that's like the last thing. So there's really only like one other room down here that they can be in, and eventually that'll get opened up too. They can be in like 2 rooms at a time right now, and they're doing pretty good. We just gate off the other room, and it's all good. Anyway, I think they're doing really well. But this isn't the puppy channel, is it? No, it's not. I do thank you guys, though, who love to hear about Maverick and Otis, and love watching them, and like I said, listening, and I love your encouragement when I do talk about like the struggle with helping Otis along the way. But yeah, we're gonna get it, and it's gonna be okay. I'm trying to think. I just got home, so at this moment I don't have any like video clips of them for you guys tonight, but maybe I will by the time this video goes up. Like I just got home. My day was pretty much business as usual at work, and then came home, and yeah, I'm gonna make some dinner and hang out with David and the pups, and that's gonna be that. I'm burning through the candles from my candle advent, because I burned them enough to like record them and give them a good like smell. And then a lot of them I have partials left over, so I started burning through those. I've already gone through a few of them. So the candle's definitely getting like used. I did give Damon the green ivy one. He already said, he's like, if this is offensive, I'm going to throw it away. And I was like, I don't expect you not to. So I need to find out if he ended up keeping it or throwing it away. He never said. I'm guessing that means he probably threw it away. Trying to think if there's anything else cool I had to show you guys, or like, I'm glad you liked my blanket. I haven't had to a chance to work on it today. My break was spent basically I don't want to say being bothered, but people always seem to need me for something. So I didn't really work on anything during my break like I usually do, or watch any videos like I usually do. I ended up talking to a lot of people on my break. Yeah, so I think honestly we just have my advent calendar to go through today, and then that's it. So this is going to be a short Vlogmas. Like, if I hadn't talked about the boys, this would have been like a 2-minute video. So yeah, thanks for listening. My advent calendar, if you have not been around also, was inspired by this Stranger Things fabric that was printed just for me and then made into a bag, which I super love this fabric. It's all the different stickers that you can find out there on the interwebs. And that being said, before I even open it, that means there has been an awful lot of white going on in this inspired collection, which I am not a fan of, I have discovered. But, you know, it is what it is, and that's okay. So, we're on day 15 because I got mine later, so we're going to rock into the new year with this. So we're on day 15, and if you have been around, you know that I, since they're not named by the dyer, I do like to try to find a Stranger Things kind of inspired name for mine. So if you think of anything, if it doesn't come to me, then maybe you should let me know in the comments down below. Oh my gosh, the sticker is stuck really well. And maybe I will name it that. All right. Preview. Ooh, that's really pretty. So we've got pinks and greens, and there's a little tiny bit of spotted, there's a little bit of like purpley spotted in there, not much, just a little. But it's mostly pink and greens. It's really pretty. And, all right, you guys are probably going to think I'm gross. But the first thing that came to mind when I saw this, and I know it's not red, it's pink, but, so this green always reminds me of a Demodog, right? The first thing I thought of was Dart 8 Muse, which is from season 2, when Dustin was keeping Dart as a pet, the Demodog, and he kept molting and growing. And one day Dustin came home and he found that Dart had eaten his mom's cat. His mom's cat's name is Muse. And there was evidence of that, let's just say, everywhere in the corner. So that's the first thing that came to mind, was Dart 8 Muse. What do you guys think? Do you have something better than that? Let me know. Let me know. I'm kind of amused by that, even though I probably shouldn't be. That was kind of horrifying. But for now, that is going back in its bag. And we're going to add it to our other bags in the big project bag. And that is that as far as the yarn goes. Actually, that's that as far as everything goes. So this is just gonna be a really quick Vlogmas today, you guys. Thank you for continuing to watch me. We have, what, a couple days of the year left. Yeah, it's been a really great year with you guys. I have loved every second of it. I hope that you guys have too. And yeah. I didn't have any other speech prepared, although that sounded like the beginning of a speech. All right, I'm gonna go. But I love you, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye, guys.